We got Chilpus going in as an unholy DK versus Sensei. Immediate karma, but Sensei as DK is popping off everything. Trying to see if he can max range versus Sensei. Just trying to see if he can chain of ice him. Has a full bar of runic power. Could potentially use that bar of runic power just to Lichborn himself with death coils. Trying to stay away from the monk as best as he can. Sensei is playing that Necro Lord, big bone dust brew, while Chilpus is playing also that Necro Lord with big grippy hand. Was that big grippy hand earlier? It's going to be a death book for Chilpus. After that, close encounter versus the monk immediately. Sensei looking for that recovery, trying to get as much health as he can. Standing in Death Decay. Actually, Death Decay does a little bit of damage while he's standing it. Does it not? Is it just me? Chilpus trying to see if he can avoid Sensei. And Tia's got some cooldowns. But Chilpus, my question right now, I didn't see it earlier, boys. But is Chilpus using... What's it? Is he using... Death's Bargain, or is he going for like Army of the Dead build? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. Chat stunned by the Death Knight, trying to see if he maybe can get himself a bit of setup, trying to get some resources. Since they got BDB, I don't know if it's real BDB or maybe just burst BDB randomly. It's gonna be big Fist of Fury. Chilpus gets super low, big Death Streak to recover. It's gonna be Sensei low in health as well. Both of them got really low. Just Chilpus just capitalizing on it. He's gonna go for a full flush cap. Sensei trying to recover as many Vivify as he can. Does he have a flush cap of his own? The pen is right there. Trying to see if he can just keep attacking Sensei as best as possible. Chilpus probably has himself lots of resources. Sensei does have a karma coming back up. Chilpus is gonna activate Hysteria. Trying to get himself lots of resources versus Sensei. Sounds on the monk, trying to go for Fist of Fury, parry up a lot of damage from Chilpus. Got himself full bar runic power. Used to keep him from a corner. That's exactly what he's going to keep him away from a pillar. Going to be an interrupt on nature heal, but Chilpus is not going to anticipate the flesh cap out of Sensei. Quick in cap by the monk, looking to back up out of this. Sensei did just burn an army of the dead. Going to be random BDBs dropping onto Sensei. Is going to give him more healing and survivability. Chilpus trying to go for a little bit of first aid. Has himself full bar of runic power, but definitely needs to play defensively. And needs to get himself as many defenses as he can, because that's going to be a lot of damage out of Sensei. IBF coming back up very soon. Probably might want to go for AMS. Lexi, but Chilpus does not have a BF. BDB, big burst. Sensei taking him out. Gonna be that rest from the dead though by Chilpus. But looks like he ends up canceling out. Bellator gonna be up next over for the team 2. Trying to see if he can do against anything against this monk. So this boy is just getting blasted. Big damage, very aggressive play by Bellator. Gonna be a big board for Sensei. Bellator leaping after him. Sensei does burn the Aegis Trinket. Bellator looks like he's gonna go for Soul Shape. Almost kept confused where Sensei was for a second, I think. Because he like ran at him, ran back. Wasn't sure what happened there. Bellator finds himself kind of low in health after that Fist of Fury, as Sensei is doing a lot to recover for his health. I think he just tried to wait out until he gets some cooldowns in. Sensei though, every time he's next to Bellator, he's just taking big damage out of this Fury Warrior. Huge knockdown. Sensei could be in big trouble. Bellator needs to find a way to escape that rune. Gonna be Sensei trying to see if he can land inside him as best as possible. Ring of pieces up. Does Bellator have a leap? Anything at all? Maybe a fear to keep Sensei in place. Gonna be the karma. Ooh, that fear on the karma. Does Bellator back up completely, or does it stay? Because that karma, he could still get some damage in. Looks like he's going to go for a reset, letting Sensei completely recoup. Maybe Bellator is like, you know what? I could wait for my cooldown still a little bit. You know, he is still playing Dragon's Roar, so I wonder how much more damage does he get from using Dragon's Roar as a Fury Warrior. Bellator trying to get himself some whirlwinds, just trying to see if he can get some damage out into Sensei. Leg sweep. Does he have any outs? He does have a trinket. Could potentially go for it. In Rage Regen, trying to hold on to his healing buttons. Potentially big charge for Sensei. Maybe a leap. Can you reconnect? He's just going to use the images to try to get as much healing off of those as he can. And Sensei calling back on the images, going for a flesh cap. Going to be an interrupt by Bellator. Sensei with the Fist of Fury. Bellator needs to do something, anything to heal. He needs to, oh, touch it. I think, was that touch of death? I think it might have been a touch of death onto Bellator. Man, that was a close one. That was a close duel. Unless Bellator had like a stun or something. I don't think he's run Stormbolt, but unless he had something for that one, that's a tough one. Ken is going to be up next versus Sensei. Throwing down the Hunter's Mark, trying to see if he can tag him. Going to be the Flayed Shot as he's playing out the Venthyr. Is going to have the Venthyr kill shot bleed whenever he gets those procs. And hopefully those procs, I don't think they can be parried. So actually it's going to be pretty big. Sensei getting stunned up as he's trying to walk out of there. Going to be the Chimeric. Is going to slow him down. Does have a dispel for the Chimeric, but I don't know if he dispels all of Chimeric or just the one poison that's on him. When he dispels Chimeric, do he just dispel like that one poison, one portion of the poison, or all of it? All three. I'm not sure. Gonna be Sensei getting kind of hung back at a distance as Ken goes in for a fear onto Zoen, trying to remove Zoen out of the burst combination. Sensei actually working down the pet. And if he has a 2-piece Fist of Fury build, he might be able to get some big Fist of Fury damage. 40% more damage for that thing is nuts. Actually going to focus down on the pet as best as possible. Kin might thought of a pet here in a little bit. Zuen actually is also focusing on pet as well. That could be really, really bad for him. Sensei getting blasted out with kill shots, grenades, has himself big karma, ready to go. Legs up into Kin. Going to be a trigger for the Hunter. As he's trying to see if he can bail out of the turtle shell as he's blasted by Fist of Fury. Going to go for a pet revive since he's in that such situation anyway. Gonna be knockdown, knockback, but still Kid was able to get himself that pet revive. I'm surprised you can actually boop hunters while they have turtle shell on them. Kind of surprised that's the thing. Gonna be sensitive with the Aegis, reducing a lot of the magic damage to attack by Kin. Kin needs to turn around, do some physical damage to Sensei. Does he have any out? I think it's gonna be over. I think the hunter just got him. Oh, reaping him down with a big old sigh. Taking him down for his team of benching the Death Knight, King, and Bellator, the Furious Warrior. Asina, Johnny is going to be up next versus Kin as he pops on a camo with the flare, hanging out in the flare, trying to recuperate as much health as he can. Dampening, finally rolling in into that 7 percentile mark. Walking by the rogue to see to realize that. I think he smelled a hunter. That or his pet. I wonder what a raptor smells like. I guess it's like smell like a salamander, just a really, really big salamander. Really big salamander. Gonna be Kin trying to hang out in the south, flare down. Potentially could lay a bunch of traps, hanging out by the eye. The rogue could pick up the eye if he wants to. He's a sub rogue. He could vanish for it. Won't be the worst. It looks like Cena's just gonna wait it out. This is good for Kin. He's getting a cooldown recovery, man. He got Turtle coming back, Chicken coming back. He got 50 seconds left on the Ordinary Assault. Gonna be him picking up the eye, though. Kin picking up the eye and getting a mark onto Cena. Cena trying to charge out. Gonna be a freezing trap to stop him. Cena choosing not to trinket it. Could potentially wait until he has a trinket for a stun. Gonna be some dots getting laid out. He has another Shadow Step ready to go. Small block was up. Potentially Cena could attack the pet, but it looks like Kin is gonna call the pet back for a second. And Cena trying to go for a bit of a reset, but still Hunter's mark on him. Does get himself a Shadow Step for a second. Going to be feigned death by Kid for a second. Might need to go for some to Cena. Definitely going to be a trinket out of the rogue. Kid in shot. That's going to be big Kieran burst onto Kid. Does he go for the big vanish setup? He's not vanishing. I don't know if he's running that Kieran 100% crit combo. Going to be the freeze onto Cena as he goes in for a Shadow Strike. The rogue gets frozen midair as Kin recovers a lot of health back. Going to be another, hopefully, a Hunter's mark onto Cena. Next Cloak of Shadows could really remove a lot of that, though. Kin trying to get the grenades in. Going to be evasion. Kin trying to see if he can back away. Cena did just burn a Shadow Step. Does get up close and personal next to Kid. Another Kid is shot. It is not going to be DR. Trinket out of Kin as it's going to be a big cosmic trinket coming down, and Cena does end up taking him out. Kyrian Rogueman is just such a hard hitter. With Khalil rushing out, does give himself a Blade Flurry in case he gets Cena out in the open. It looks like he might have to pick up eyes, maybe burn a vanish for it. Does he go burning vanish? Looks like he doesn't. You should know more or less where Cena's at. Rogue tried to see if he can get a stab. Does get himself the angle with a quick Shadow Step. If you're not fast enough versus sub rogue, he's definitely going to get you. I wonder, it's technically possible as an outlaw rogue if you're expecting a big Shadow Step out of the sub rogue to spin around your camera and try to see if you can gouge him. Cena is going to get a trinket out of Kal-El. Looks like he's going to back up out of the completely seen the evasion out of Kal-El as he's trying to capitalize on his burst. Definitely needs to land a stun. Big burst on Cena. Does go for full flagellation. Does he get to use it? Needs to go to maximize the damage. He's trying to get the calm points in. The shadow damage flying through. Vanish. Does he get even more damage? Cena with a blind. Barely any health left. Cloak of Shadows for the event to your burst. The Kal-El is out in the open without a trinket. Does Cena choose to capitalize with a sap? Looks like he does. Oh, he still does. Kal-El trying to get a Blade Flurry in there. Didn't quite get Cena. Didn't quite get him. Does Cena have himself full go? Shadow Blaze is up. No more trigger for Kal-El. Getting a shot. Cena with a full burst. Trying to make the most damage happen here. There's going to be big damage. Oh, blind wait. Kal-El turning around on Cena. He has 13 seconds left on a trinket. Kal-El, if you can go for the big burst, get a shot with it. I think it's over. Unless the trinket somehow doesn't hit, it's over. And Kal-El does end up taking out Cena. Unless he somehow lives. I was going to say, like, he was like so close. Didn't quite live. Didn't quite die. Not yet. Now he's dead. Chicago charging out versus Kal-El. Cloak of Shadows up immediately by the rogue. Probably has evasion up by now. Especially if you spend so many calm points on that other rogue. Evasion should be back up, basically. As Kal-El trying just to charge away from the Ghost Wolves. You're just going to have to wait him out for a little bit. Get himself a sippy cup at 27% dampening that Earth Elementally and letting you go anywhere. Quick to summon Chicago so they cannot build too much Maelstrom, but it's still a lot of fire damage and LA blast out of Chicago. Get a shot by Kal-El. Trying to get himself full flagellation burst. Is he got himself Dreadblades too? You might not want to use Dreadblades in this case. I think that's just flagellation without Dreadblades, because Dreadblades would literally kill you, as Dreadblades do siphon a portion of your own health. And if you're low on health, you will literally drain your own health with Dreadblades. Heat Motion going to be up next as an Elemental Shaman. Chicago waddling next to him. just to go for a little bit of honor duel, but it's gonna slap him with a frost shock and let him go anywhere. Gonna be potentially set up by heat motion to get himself a big Sky Fury. Is gonna go for the lava burst and also go for a big setup for sure. Stormkeeper could get interrupted. Big chain hovers by by Chicago. Is going to drop down the totem onto Chicago. Potentially big Kyrian burst. Did Chicago get blasted by it? Looks like trying to see if he can take down the totem. I don't know if Heat Motion was able to get all his charges of the Kyrian totem, but he definitely tried to do the best that he can. Going to be Aegis Trinket, trying to remove some of the magic damage from Heat Motion for Chicago to offset. Heat Motion just doesn't really have much left right now unless he goes full Earth Elemental and pops out big defenses, catches up on healing. Chicago still has a lot of damage ready to go. Heat Motion finds himself with no help whatsoever. Could be a big Ascendance, just taking him out. Potentially going to be big Ascendance. Heat Motion does get kind of low. Sunder is going to get him very low. Wind shear. Oh, wind strikes are just blasting him out. And Chicago does end up capitalizing at the very end. That was Sensor with 2. Chicago with 2 apparently can end up taking down the Monk. Which, man, those monks are just incredibly good. Let's go, boys. Let's get another one up and running. Yeah, let's get another one up and running. Chicago, let me know when you're ready.